everybody? Welcome back to Keto Rewind. Thank you for clicking on today's video. Today's video is going to be a week 193 update of my journey to rewind my weight from a morbidly obese weight to a healthy weight, living a keto, low carb, high protein lifestyle. So without further ado, let's hop into today's video. Okay, so first things first, I apologize for the lighting. There's a lot of shadows going on in here. I have my ring light on as high as it goes because it's literally as dark as night, and it's in the morning. We're like 9 o'clock in the morning and it's super dark. So we're getting lots of rain today, so I just apologize for that. There's only so much you can do. So anyways, let's talk about week 193. Now, when I originally hit that comeback tour, or my part 2 of my journey, I set out very different rules or guidelines that I wanted to do this time around. My goal was 5 pounds a month weight loss, work out as much as I can, during the week, like with a goal of at least 4 to 5 times a week, getting that, moving my body. That's what I'm trying to say. Eating a high protein, low carb, keto lifestyle or way of eating. And to work on the reducing stress, finding ways to make my schedule work with, and just like I had a real concrete plan to get myself going again. So as I'm approaching that 3-month mark, I believe I started like August 6th or something officially, whatever that like second Monday or the full week of August was, right? So I'm approaching the end of October here, and I'm, 10, 11 weeks or so into this, and it's like, there's that part of me in the background that's like, I should be farther along, I should weigh less, I should, do this, and like, it's that fighting those extremes always, like, move it faster, eat less, you're like that much more drill sergeant type side of JESS, and it's hard to resist that. When I get on the scale and it's like I'm struggling to lose 5 pounds a month. As I'm approaching the 15-pound mark, I'm like, geez, I'm almost 3 months into this. That's all I've lost? When it's at the reality, I'm like, oh my God, Jess, knock it off. I am at that point where I work out so much now, Monday through Friday. I get my 5 workouts in just my hour of me time, in addition to all the activities I do with my kids after school, the games and sports and stuff like that. So I do that so much that it doesn't even feel like my new normal anymore. It just feels like my normal. And that's a great place to be in, to actually know that I know I'm going to go work out today. It's not something that I have to think about. I don't have to like pick myself up and push myself out into the garage to get that gym workout in. And it's great to be in that place. Like, I crave it now. It's like, yes, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna smush some more goals, So that's a huge plus. I was not really focused on diligent workouts when I was in my previous, attempt to lose all the weight. I didn't even step foot in the gym for like 6 months, when I first started. So, and then I gradually added it in towards the end, but I'm saying like, my new normal starts off with moving my body. That's part of the new Jess. That's what when I look to the poster child of health, my goal is somebody who is active, that makes sure they get that workout in to help with the mental sides, all the stresses, all the emotions, and like adding that component of working out really helps a lot of these symptoms, right? And then that person's also eating well. They're not eating a diet full of processed foods. And it's like this person's also working hard every day to find ways to get it done, on a really busy schedule. So it's like I am hitting all those boxes, but it is at the same time I'm guilty of being discouraged only seeing like 12 pounds gone after like nearly 3 months, and it sucks, but I have to take that number with a grain of salt, because at the end of the day, body composition matters way more than what you weigh. Fat, it takes up more room than muscle, so yeah, I'm shrinking down. I weigh the same, but my body fat percentage is less. And that is ultimately what I'm after, So the funny thing is, in the past, speaking of body composition, I have let, summer has snuck up on me sometimes. I didn't have time to work on that summer body. Well, I'm like, you know what? It is October. Why don't I start working on next summer's body now, And that means the gym, the eating, everything that I'm doing now is going to show up next summer. Everything I'm doing or not doing is going to show up, I should say, next summer. So if you look at it now, I have a load of time before I have to wear a bathing suit again. I have a load of time before I got the tank tops out and the shorts. It's at that point now where fall is here, winter's coming, and I've got a lot of time to put in with the gym, the menus, the workouts, the foods, the mental progress I can be at, that just overall complete package. I can work on that now, and what I'm doing now will show up in the summer. And while I'm struggling to maybe complete a set in the gym, legs are my weak point. And when I'm doing those squats, I'd be like, summer legs, Jess, summer legs, I'm somebody who likes to wear shorts. Summer legs, Jess, and that'll make me get that last rep in or do another one, you know what I mean? So instead of waiting until March to work on my summer body, I'm starting now. And I encourage everybody else, use this time wisely. Don't use this time because it's cold to give up on moving your body. There's gyms. If you don't want to work outside, you can do a gym. You can get a garage gym set up, a basement gym, a spare bedroom. And the best part is a lot of the stuff that you can do, you don't even need a gym. You just need a space that you can do some body weight exercises, like a living room, a bedroom, something like that. So you have time to start working on it now. Don't wait to January 1st to change your life. That is the worst thing. It drives me crazy. January 1st, I'm gonna do it. It's like, what about September 3rd? What's wrong with that date? Why does it have to be January 1st to change your life? Okay, so what does that mean for the last week of October? What's the plan for the week? Now, my goal is basically I'm gonna adjust my macros. I have not hit that adjustment since I started my comeback. So right now I believe I'm set at 2,000 calories-ish for my daily caloric intake. So I'm gonna readjust those macros. And right before I came here, I did that. And that brings me to just a little over 1,700 calories. So the first thing is we'll change that. Next thing is I'm not gonna panic. I'm gonna stay the course. And I'm gonna focus on making sure I get that protein in. I will say, I was thinking during the week, this past week, I'm like, reflecting on what I'm doing and stuff. And overall, I honestly can't stress it enough. When I'm eating my protein first, or I'm prioritizing my protein's honestly really what matters. The carbs and the fat are just energy sources. You can play with those levers however you want. But the protein one, you can't. That is so essential. And somebody like me who's spending a lot of time working out, I need to eat my protein. I don't want to take from my protein when I have loads of fat for my body to take from, right? So I'm gonna make sure I prioritize and eat all the protein. Because also, as an emotional eater, as someone who likes to eat a lot, as someone who likes to eat, I love how full and satisfied I can get now when I eat my plates of food. I always start with my protein on my plate. That has to be completely eaten before I move on to the carb fat version, like my vegetable with an oil, or you know what I mean? Before I eat any of that, I finish my protein, because if I'm gonna fill up, I wanna make sure the protein got in me. I'm not as concerned, or I don't sweat it if I can't finish my broccoli. You know what I mean? Because I wanna feel full and I wanna feel full and satiated when I'm done eating. And on that note, I will say my overall mood is better when I'm not having the constant spikes of hunger, because I'm not really hungry. I can last a while in between meals. I don't need to snack because I'm still full and satisfied. So when I'm full and satisfied, that obviously means I don't need to eat in between non-meal times. So I'm saving calories there. I'm not getting that urge, or the emotions, I should say, are in check because I'm not turning to food. I'm full, you know, and it's like this, it's this complete package that when you're someone like me who is an emotional eater, I enjoy the effects that eating a high protein diet does mentally, specifically. Like, yes, it does great things by repairing and building muscle. But ultimately, eating a high protein diet has almost, it almost has knocked it out of the park when it comes to my emotional eating. And when you're not thinking about food all the time, you're not turning to food when you are stressed, angry, upset, you know, happy, you know, it's like I feel so much more in control and a lot more, you know, just a baseline that's manageable. I don't have this, riding this roller coaster every day because I'm hungry, which makes me irritable, which makes me think of food and, you know, like all this other stuff, and that makes me eat food, and now I'm mad I ate food. But if I just ride the protein, I'm pretty much balanced all day. And that's a very, very good feeling when it's been such an emotional roller coaster for so long. So I know I preach protein, but I can't stress that enough. Protein, 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 eat it. And find a way to get it all in. And, you know, at first it may seem tedious to eat that much protein, but when you think about all the stuff it's gonna do to help you get to your goals, it's worth every bite, you know. And it's like now I crave it, you know, like, yes, I want to eat my protein. So at the end of the day, you can lose weight, high fat, high carb, low carb, but the common denominator in anything where you're changing your life is protein. So, and it proves that you can lose weight anyway, but if you want to really, and speaking for myself, if I really want to get a handle on my health, I have to prioritize protein. And ultimately, that's what's happening here. So please, 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 hit your protein. So that is all I have for you today. I don't have anything super like crazy to talk about because obviously things have just all been going together so well that it actually sounds a little bit more repetitive, but that is a good thing, and that's because things are working right now. So the only small change I'm gonna do is the macros. I'm gonna readjust my macros reflecting my new weight. I'm gonna stay the course. I'm gonna keep chugging along, and I'm going to remind myself body composition is what matters, not the number on the scale. Use the scale as a simple metric, not as your worth and your overall report card on the journey, because, you know, it's so much more than that. So anyways, that is it for me today. I'm going to try and post some high protein recipes, things that I've been doing lately this week. I should have a little bit more time. My softball schedule, the volleyball schedule, things are kind of coming down to an end, and we just have like tournaments and stuff in the next 2 weeks. So things will be a little less hectic for a little while, but I should have some more time before everything kicks off again with the holidays. So that is the goal. So anyways, I will see you at the next one. Go be great and eat your protein.